Stop now. An angelic presence surrounds this message. You are being guided toward a breakthrough you may not yet see. This message carries the frequency of angelic guidance. A new path is forming, and they want you to notice. A divine presence surrounds your situation completely because you are being guided to what truth that was previously hidden from your eyes. You are being called to pay attention carefully because something important happened yesterday that carries meaning for your future direction. A private meeting was held about you recently because certain individuals attempted to alter your position without honoring your dedication. 3 people joined together silently because they believed removing your presence would bring them power that does not belong to them. Their decisions carried intention rooted in fear because your progress challenged their comfort and revealed strength they wished would remain unseen. They acted with quiet confidence yesterday because they assumed you lacked protection, and thought their plans would succeed without any consequences. Yet a divine shield surrounds you now because higher forces are stepping between you and every plot designed to limit your rising. Type Amen and claim your protection now because guidance is standing stronger than any voice raised against your purpose. You are walking through a season of revelation because deceit cannot survive where divine awareness chooses to shine with complete clarity. Your name was spoken in closed spaces because envy lived in hearts that pretended to value your presence while hiding resentment. Your efforts were dismissed unfairly yesterday because certain individuals feared your influence, and tried shifting control toward their own desires only. Your dedication was questioned behind your back because they misjudged your resilience and assumed you would break under their undeserved pressure. Your position became the target of their plan because they believed your progress threatened their fragile structure of false confidence entirely. Your strength challenged their insecurity deeply because they recognized your potential to rise beyond their expectations and surpass limits placed by them. Your stability intimidated their intentions completely because they knew you carried a grace that naturally attracts responsibility and trustworthy leadership. Your silence unsettled their minds yesterday because they sensed your growth gaining momentum, even while you remained humble and focused on progress. Your light revealed their hidden motives certainly because truth always exposes what darkness attempts to cover through manipulation and secret discussions. Your path remains protected regardless of their decision because divine intervention prevents any force from removing what has been spiritually assigned. Type Amen and claim your restoration because what belongs to you cannot be stolen by fear disguised as authority. A powerful shift is unfolding for you now because divine order is stepping into every place that once carried confusion about your role. The attempt to remove you yesterday failed spiritually because higher protection intercepted their intention long before they completed their silent meeting. The plans made against you weakened instantly because divine justice activated and dismantled every agreement formed without rightful purpose. The voices raised to push you aside faded quickly because truth stands stronger than any decision rooted in jealousy and insecurity. The authority they believed they held slipped quietly because divine power outweighs human schemes that ignore honesty and fairness completely. The energy surrounding their actions collapsed entirely because nothing built on manipulation can stand firm when divine clarity arrives suddenly. The confidence they carried yesterday dissolved quickly because divine presence removed their strength and restored balance where injustice attempted control. The outcome is shifting in your favor now because divine alignment ensures you remain positioned exactly where you are meant to stand. The message reaching you today carries assurance because your journey continues forward without interruption despite the efforts taken against you. The relief you feel growing inside you now appears because protection surrounds your name, your position, and your future completely today. Type Amen and claim your victory because divine power has already overturned what was planned and against your progress. A deeper truth is being shown to you gently because awareness strengthens your ability to move wisely through shifting environments around you. The individuals who planned against you acted boldly because they underestimated your spiritual support and the protection guiding your path. The meeting they held carried heavy intentions because they believed authority came through silence rather than through honesty and rightful action. The tension of their choices echoes today because divine energy brings every hidden plan to the surface where truth must be acknowledged. The frustration they hoped to place on you failed because peace surrounds your steps, shielding your progress from unnecessary distractions. The challenge presented yesterday transforms now because divine strength replaces every attempt to weaken your value or limit your opportunity. The thought of losing your position troubled you briefly because uncertainty appeared before clarity emerged from divine intervention. The fear of being replaced left your energy quickly because reassurance reminded you that divine guidance never abandons chosen purpose. The confusion created yesterday dissolves today because awareness grows strong, allowing you to understand the deeper meaning behind the situation. The truth surrounding these events empowers you now because insight sharpens your inner strength and prepares you for your next rise. Type Amen and claim renewed clarity because divine wisdom governs every step you take from this moment onward. A rising transformation enters your path clearly because obstacles created by others cannot overpower what is spiritually supported in your life. The meeting that occurred yesterday failed quietly because divine presence dismantled their intention before it reached full manifestation or result. The words they used carried weight temporarily because divine power neutralized their effect and redirected the outcome toward fairness. The doubts they tried to cast upon you weaken because your truth stands stronger than assumptions made without genuine understanding. The attempt to remove you created their own downfall because divine order corrects what was built on harmful motives entirely. The pressure they intended for you returned to them because divine energy balances every action and restores justice where needed. The insecurity behind their decisions becomes clear now because divine insight reveals motives that were previously hidden beneath false kindness. The disappointment you felt yesterday transforms to strength because divine reassurance fills every space where uncertainty once lived. The steps they attempted to block reopen swiftly because divine force unlocks every door meant for your continued growth. The blessings prepared for you remain untouched today because no human decision can interrupt what has been spiritually aligned for you. Type Amen and claim your elevation because divine purpose moves you forward with unwavering protection and undeniable strength. A powerful transition begins surrounding your name because divine timing unfolds perfectly despite interference designed to hinder your advancement unfairly. The energy around you shifts to favor because your path remains guarded by forces stronger than any hidden agenda formed yesterday. The frustration you carried lifts completely now because divine assurance replaces doubt with certainty about your rightful place and mission. The pain of betrayal weakens gradually because divine healing restores your confidence and supports your continued movement into success. The memory of yesterday becomes a lesson, not a burden because divine guidance uses every challenge to build stronger wisdom. The insecurity of others cannot affect your destiny because divine alignment ensures your position remains firm and your value recognized. The attempts to silence your influence fail entirely because divine authority empowers your voice and strengthens your presence. The pressure placed against you becomes irrelevant now because divine protection shields your journey and directs every step with purpose. The shadows surrounding their decisions fade quickly because divine truth exposes every hidden motive that sought to harm your progress. The final outcome moves in your direction confidently because divine support ensures your story continues with strength, clarity, and expansion. Type Amen and claim your rise because divine alignment keeps you lifted beyond every plot formed against you. A renewed season begins for you today because divine clarity surrounds your choices and strengthens your belief in your purpose ahead. The meeting that involved your name holds no power because divine protection overrides every plan created without rightful authority. The three individuals lose their influence now because divine justice removes strength from decisions rooted in envy and insecurity. The fear that tried to settle in your heart disappears because divine reassurance reminds you of your resilience and inner victory. The path ahead opens wider for you because divine movement pushes away every obstacle placed to hinder your development yesterday. The truth becomes clear as you reflect because divine wisdom highlights every detail you once ignored or overlooked unintentionally. The events of yesterday transform your understanding today because divine perspective reveals the deeper intentions behind every attempted removal. The situation that once troubled your thoughts becomes empowering because divine grace turns challenges into stepping stones for elevation. The circumstances surrounding you shift positively because divine energy ensures your journey continues in alignment with your highest calling. The message reaching you now confirms protection because divine presence stands unshaken by human decisions made without genuine purpose. Type Amen and claim your breakthrough because divine strength lifts you further than any limitation placed by others around you. A powerful calm rises within you today because divine movement strengthens your courage and prepares you for the blessings approaching soon. The tension created by yesterday's events loses control because divine light enters all hidden spaces and restores balance to your journey. The people who gathered against you feel uncertainty now because divine truth unsettles plans built without fairness or honest intention. The authority they assume slips away easily because divine justice removes strength from decisions that were meant to cause you harm. The confusion you once felt fades slowly because divine clarity replaces fear with confidence and awakens your inner understanding fully. The emotions stirred within you begin healing today because divine renewal enters areas touched by disappointment and betrayal yesterday. The conversations held without you carry no impact now because divine order reverses all negative energy directed at your progress. The pressure you experienced earlier transforms into strength because divine protection surrounds your steps with unwavering support and grounded certainty. The whispers they use to lessen your influence dissolve quickly because divine truth exposes every intention hidden behind their sudden actions. The direction of your path returns to harmony because divine presence realigns circumstances to support your rightful position and continued elevation. Type Amen and claim divine stability because your journey grows stronger with every challenge transformed into wisdom. Your thoughts are becoming lighter each moment because divine grace is lifting away emotional burdens left behind by yesterday's unfair meeting. Your name is being restored now because divine authority speaks louder than the voices that attempted to discredit your value. Your heart grows peaceful again because divine reassurance reminds you that no plan formed against destiny can succeed permanently. Your energy strengthens today because divine courage rises within you and prepares you for your next level of opportunity. Your focus returns clearly because divine insight guides your decisions and prevents you from being influenced by unnecessary distractions. Your confidence grows steadily because divine awareness helps you see the truth beyond the limited perceptions of those who opposed you. Your strength evolves beautifully because divine wisdom teaches you to stand firmly regardless of unwanted opinions or silent criticisms. Your determination expands greatly because divine empowerment fuels your desire to rise despite the discomfort caused by others yesterday. Your value becomes undeniable now because divine light reveals the grace and capability that threatened those who acted against you. Your future grows brighter each hour because divine timing assures everything meant for you arrives exactly when needed most. Type Amen and claim divine growth because every challenge now becomes preparation for your elevation. A season of renewal surrounds you completely because divine transformation enters your path and replaces old pain with restored purpose. The frustration lingering from yesterday begins to lift because divine peace flows into places that once held confusion and doubt. The disappointment hidden in your heart loses strength because divine comfort strengthens your emotions and empowers your confidence. The events created to unsettle you turn empty because divine protection prevents any lasting effects from the meeting held against you. The intentions formed by those three individuals weaken now because divine power removes energy from decisions rooted in envy. The imbalance created around your position corrects itself because divine justice brings fairness to situations where dishonesty once appeared. The feeling of uncertainty leaves your thoughts gradually because divine assurance confirms you are still firmly aligned with your purpose. The heaviness that followed their actions fades away because divine renewal fills every emotional space touched by yesterday's negativity. The path once threatened by unfair plans becomes secure because divine intervention restores order and strengthens your direction. The new opportunities ahead begin shifting closer because divine alignment clears your path of obstacles created through hidden discussions. Type Amen and claim divine restoration because your destiny remains untouched by attempts to remove you. A deeper empowerment activates within you today because divine guidance strengthens your character and prepares you for long-awaited breakthroughs. The people who tried undermining you face their own lessons because divine truth reveals consequences to actions born from fear. The energy around your environment becomes clear now because divine cleansing removes confusion created by yesterday's secret meeting. The emotional wounds caused by their choices begin healing because divine compassion softens the impact of their attempts against you. The doubts they attempted to plant disappear quickly because divine clarity exposes the truth behind their sudden gathering. The authority they misused slips out of their hands because divine order restores rightful balance to your current situation. The fear that momentarily touched your heart is gone because divine strength reinforces your spirit and elevates your confidence. The days ahead bring greater understanding because divine insight will reveal more details about why this situation occurred. The people involved will realize their error soon because divine justice ensures recognition of wrongdoing where fairness was ignored. The position they attempted to take from you remains protected because divine assignment cannot be removed by human intentions alone. Type Amen and claim divine justice because what is yours remains secured by higher power. A new awareness rises within you clearly because divine illumination highlights patterns you previously overlooked during moments of kindness. The actions taken against you become easier to understand because divine wisdom helps you see beyond the surface of their behavior. The loyalty you once believed in transforms into caution because divine lessons teach you to protect your journey with discernment. The false support shown by certain individuals becomes visible because divine light exposes the difference between genuine care and hidden motives. The strength you carry now grows sharper because divine training prepares you to recognize when to distance yourself from harmful company. The clarity you gain empowers your steps because divine alignment guides you toward environments that honor your contribution. The shift happening around you reveals truth slowly because divine timing uncovers hidden behavior only when you are ready to understand. The emotional weight they placed on you reverses completely because divine protection absorbs negativity meant to weaken your stability. The insight you receive today builds your resilience because divine learning transforms this experience into a stepping stone for advancement. The healing forming within you continues expanding because divine comfort surrounds your heart and restores peace to your thoughts. Type Amen and claim divine clarity because your path grows wiser through the truth revealed to you today. The journey ahead becomes smoother gradually because divine intervention removes obstacles built by those who doubted your strength. The decisions made against you lose influence because divine authority overrules every plan that attempted to block your success. The people involved will begin facing the truth because divine energy forces acknowledgement of actions taken without moral intention. The emotions stirred yesterday settle gently because divine reassurance creates balance where uncertainty once lived strongly. The trust you placed in others evolves carefully because divine discernment teaches you to observe before relying on promises. The lessons unfolding now serve your growth because divine preparation builds maturity for leadership roles awaiting your presence. The opportunities coming forward align perfectly because divine timing ensures nothing meant for you arrives before readiness. The responsibilities meant for you stay secured firmly because divine purpose keeps your path protected from undeserved interference. The attempts to remove you become insignificant now because divine resilience strengthens your position beyond human influence. The outcome of this situation changes permanently because divine intervention shifted every negative plan into a stepping stone for elevation. Type Amen and claim divine advancement because blessings are aligning with your efforts and destiny. A strong wave of progress approaches your life now because divine energy accelerates outcomes that were delayed by yesterday's events. The stability you regain grows powerful because divine grounding strengthens you emotionally, spiritually, and mentally without interruption. The confidence rising within you becomes a guiding force because divine assurance confirms you are moving toward greater success. The protection around your path remains unshaken because divine guardianship surrounds every step you take with unwavering certainty. The fear once created by others fades deeply because divine courage fills you with strength that cannot be removed. The truth unfolding becomes empowering because divine revelation helps you recognize your worth and rightful position. The changes approaching hold meaningful purpose because divine direction leads you into environments where your value is fully appreciated. The blessings forming ahead will surprise you because divine provision arrives in moments you least expect transformation. The complications caused by yesterday lose their grip because divine shift clears your journey from confusion entirely. The new chapter beginning soon brings expansion because divine alignment opens pathways that were once blocked by hidden intentions. Type Amen and claim divine elevation because your future holds breakthroughs crafted for your growth. A renewed strength anchors your heart today because divine confidence restores what was momentarily shaken by yesterday's actions. The place they intended to take from you becomes more secure because divine authority defends what belongs to your purpose. The attempts to remove you reveal their weakness because divine truth exposes motives hidden beneath forced cooperation and pretended loyalty. The pressure once placed upon you transforms into wisdom because divine guidance teaches you to rise above emotional interference. The misunderstanding created yesterday fades entirely because divine order brings clarity where confusion once dominated. The path ahead becomes brighter now because divine preparation ensures every step aligns with your highest potential. The grace supporting you grows stronger because divine favor follows your journey and clears every unnecessary obstacle. The people who doubted you learn important lessons because divine justice returns balance to situations created from envy. The emotional strength within you multiplies because divine empowerment rebuilds confidence that was briefly disturbed. The next opportunities entering your life carry significance because divine purpose is guiding you toward expansion and fulfillment. Type Amen and claim divine unfolding because your journey continues rising beyond limitations.